peace to everyone, and may the whole spirit of love anointed for all the fruits of the Spirit, the love, joy, faith, goodness, kindness, mildness, patience, with self-control, not to abuse, hurt or sin another, for peace with God and self and others, come to be. I think we all know that inside our hearts. The scripture at Jeremiah says we will reach the point where we don't need to teach, because we will know it in our hearts. And what we need to do is recognise it in one another. Also, where we find the fruits of the Spirit, we will know who's coming from love and who is not. Where we find reasonableness, we'll know whether somebody is in stress or not, and that resides in the forehead. And the cortisols that sin creates by the autonomic stress response, and also by stimulants and addictions, then we know that they shut down the frontal cortex of the reasoning brain and do not produce love. So there we go. The sign in the forehead, perhaps, and in the blood, cortisols. Love is not a cortisol. So I would say that sin is anti-Christ, and all the teachings of Scripture are for us to overcome that stress, fear and sin. That sin that causes stresses and fears, that doesn't keep the faith, doesn't seek the good, doesn't keep the good as the goal, because there is only one faith, and we're all made whole in one through that faith in God's love, from all nations, all people, out of every language and tongue, because love is not a cortisol in every single body. And so when we live by the laws for the righteous love, for justice, for peace, then we can attain to the endorphin love. And as God says, there's more pleasure in giving than taking. And by grace and faith we are saved. So with thanks to God for that positive and whole mindset, for the whole spirit of love anointed, namely Jesus Christ, Yeshua Hamashiach, Isa, who is returning quickly at this time. And people can tell me that whatever they like, that I'm that I'm wrong. I've had many people tell me that I'm wrong, but I know I'm not. I know this is truth. So via veritas vita, the way, the truth to life. Because love is not a cortisol. God is love, and love never hurts, abuses, lies or betrays another. May the light rise and shine and come to be.